a.m. giraffe versus Friday 5 p.m. giraffe, 9 a.m. Yeah, 3 p.m., right? Okay, thank you all for sharing in the chat. We are gonna go ahead and get started. If I can figure out how to flip my slide. Okay, so we're gonna quickly do some introductions, and then we'll talk a little bit about highest awards, travel, some committees, and then we'll hop into a breakout room for a deeper Q&A session. Sorry, I forgot to take that question mark off of there. We will be talking about older girl committees. Yeah, so first, we're all just going to sit back, relax, listen, hear about all these different opportunities that we have for older Girl Scouts. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, or you can just write them down on a sheet of paper next to you and save them for the Q&A at the end. We'll have the feature where you can hop from breakout room to breakout room. So we'll have 3 different breakout rooms based on a certain topic. And if you have any questions about that specific topic, you can hop into those rooms accordingly. All right, let's get started. So first off, wanted to put a quick reminder that early bird renewal ends on June 30th. So people who are renewed by June 30th will receive the $15 off program discount. And sorry, my thing is blocking the bottom there. Could somebody read the bottom bit?
Yeah, sorry. So girls renewed by 6:30 will receive a $15 off program discount code, and all 2022 members will receive a special patch and rocker. So awesome. Please go to gsnorcal.org/renew to check that out.
Yeah, a lot of folks have renewed already. We're really excited. And I know people are using that program discount on the Becoming Me series this summer, or you can totally save it too for the following year. If you have any questions about some new COVID guidelines, make sure to check out the different links here. We'll also share these out at the end of the meeting as well. All right, so here are some of the groups that we will be talking about today. So first off, I'm going to start talking about the Mariners Troupe. This is a really exciting opportunity. They're located out of Redwood City. They have where the Girl Scouts have a pretty girl-led system. So they have high school Girl Scouts who kind of take in younger ones. I think they have programs starting as low as 5th grade this year. Typically it starts at 8th grade, but they're piloting a new one for 5th through 7th. And what they do is they get to go aboard ships and learn all about how to sail. And that's a really exciting program. And they go for like sometimes several days at a time. Of course, they have lots of like training beforehand where they get to board the ships and do some practice runs. But yeah, it's a really exciting program. So if you have interest in this one, I'm going to actually include the email of our lead volunteer for this one because I don't have all the details, but that will all be in the follow-up email. Let's see. And
yeah, so next up we have the Silver and Gold Awards, which are very near and dear to my heart. The Silver and Gold Awards are earned by completing Take Action projects as a Girl Scout. The Silver Award is the highest award that a Girl Scout cadet, so in grades 6 through 8 can earn. And the Gold Award is the highest award that a Girl Scout in grades 9 through 12 can earn. So these projects are similar but different according to the progression of age and grade level. But they are both take action projects that address the root cause of a community issue. They have a connection to, they have a national or global link, meaning they basically have a connection to the wider world, and it's not simply something that is existing in a vacuum. It connects in some way to the things that exist around us. And these projects are also measurable, meaning Girl Scouts can kind of identify and track what they are actually doing and what effect their projects have. And they have either long-term impacts or are completely sustainable depending on the grade level. So these are really awesome opportunities to change your communities and solve problems in a really big and meaningful way. The Silver Award is a 50-hour project that can be completed individually or in groups of up to 4 Girl Scouts, again, at the cadet level. And the Gold Award is completed individually, although Girl Scouts do need to recruit a team to demonstrate leadership. And that is an 80-hour project for them. So that is a very quick glimpse at the highest awards. Thank you. Yeah, and it's me again. Fancy seeing you here. So the Speakers Bureau Club is a new program this year, and it's also one that I have been very passionate about. This is a once a month club that Girl Scouts in grades 8 through 12 are able to participate in. And there are a wide variety of things that we do in the Speakers Bureau Club. We play fun improv games to build confidence and be silly. We practice writing as well as publicly speaking. And it's a great opportunity to hone public speaking skills and seek out opportunities to speak in front of larger audiences if Girl Scouts are already interested in that, or if they're a little more on the shy side and want an opportunity to practice and get comfortable and grow in that skill set. It's also a great opportunity to do that. So Speakers Bureau Club, 8 through 12. We are taking a little break over the summer, but our next session is going to begin in September.
Love it. All right, I'm going to talk a little about this one. So CIT is our counselors in training. We have a few different outlets where people can participate in CIT. We have a training series at our staff-led camps where they can participate in CIT 1, 2, and 3. This is for the youngest they can participate is entering into 10th grade. And it's an opportunity where they have, they work with their team throughout the year to plan different activities and programs that they will then lead for younger Girl Scouts during summer camp. And then these resident camps will last anywhere from like 1 to 3 weeks at the most, where they're there like on site at one of our properties. So I think this year the CIT program is at Sugar Pine, but depending on where all our staff are located, it may change from different camps. Like I know it's been done at Skylark in the past or Camp Levine. So that's a really exciting one. And Teens Take Over. So this is another committee similar to Speakers Bee where they meet monthly, starting at the beginning of the fall. And this is Girl Scouts who are cadets, seniors, or ambassadors, and they meet monthly with their team to plan an event. So we have several different Teens Take Over groups located throughout the council, and most of them like have a steady event that they lead. So Teens Take Over San Jose leads Craftapalooza, or this last year, Badgepalooza, our like virtual alternative to that event. Then San Bruno leads, is it Golden Gate Secret Adventure, I believe. Teens Take Over Santa Rosa was a new one this year. So they hosted a virtual bridging event in the fall. I'm not sure which direction they're going to take. I'm working with that team, so I'm actually going to throw out a few different options and see where they want to go. So that's a newer opportunity. Teens Take Over San Jose runs Mall Madness in Chico, where they host a mall sleepover for about 500 people. So all of these events that they run are very big. They take a lot of planning. And so the Girl Scouts really get an opportunity to like learn what it takes to plan a program. They get a lot of team collaboration, and then actually going and like doing the program leading at the end of the year and like learning how to work on the fly, like when things don't go as planned. They get a lot of exciting skills out of these events. And another one, this is our Global Action Team, is another monthly committee. So this team has twofold. So part one is that they are actually earning the Global Action Award for themselves. So last year, our theme was climate action, because every year the climate award is based off of one of the UN's SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. Next year, it's actually 2 different Sustainable Development Goals that sustainable development goals. Wow, what a tongue twister. That one has two. I can't remember what they are at the moment, but so that's one part, is that they are getting to earn that award for themselves. And then they also host an event for other Girl Scouts. And they get to choose what they want to do. So they can host a whole series where they're having some younger Girl Scouts earn the award as well, or they can host, like last year, my team opted to host an event for International Women's Day. So it's kind of up to them, but they also get to learn a little bit about program leading as well, but it's specific to a global action theme. All right, and back to Aiden.
Yeah, so Lead the Way is such a big endeavor for Girl Scouts, and one that I think really pays off in such a big way. So Lead the Way is an annual leadership conference for 9th to 12th grade Girl Scouts. And what's really special about this event is that it is also planned and executed by those 9th to 12th grade Girl Scouts. So they spend months and months preparing and choosing the theme of this event and deciding what workshops are most valuable to people their age, and really working with our adult volunteers as well as staff liaisons to create something that is going to be really impactful for themselves and their peers. So through grade level workshops, electives, awesome guest speakers, and volunteer workshop leaders that we recruit through the community, and opportunities just for like fun and networking. Girl Scouts will gain really awesome insight into college, careers, life after high school, and just many different life skills. So Lead the Way is super cool in my opinion. And I will go ahead and actually drop this website link in the chat if anyone is interested, because these Girl Scouts from this past year worked really hard to get it all updated. So I hope you'll check that out if you're interested in some more information too.
Yes. And Exec Connect. Is this Avon? Maybe.
Is this Avon or Olivia?
I think I can do it for now. Hi, everyone.
Sorry, my bad.
Nah, it's okay. So Exec Connect is another way for our older Girl Scouts, grades 9 through 12, to practice their public speaking skills. Exec Connect has kind of become a place where programs might be around a specific field or specific career, specific job. During the fall, we had arts and entertainment, we had STEM experts, and then in the future, we hope to have like community building experts that work within nonprofit spaces, HR, maybe they work as social workers. And so we get a panel of adult experts, and then linking up with Avon's Speakers Bureau program, we usually have folks from that program come join us. They've worked with me as a facilitator to build out this program, build out the questions for older Girl Scouts to ask this panel of experts. And the audience is all older Girl Scouts as well. So it's just a great way for older Girl Scouts to get to know a specific career field, to talk to experts, to start connecting with them, and build underlying skills of networking. So getting to know the experts through email, getting to know the experts through internships, and things like that. Also, a great way if you have a Girl Scout that wants to practice their public speaking skills, they can work on being a panel moderator as well, alongside a supportive adult contact. Yeah.
Beautiful. I love it. Thanks for taking that on the fly, Olivia. I'm like, I don't know why I thought that was Avon. All right. And we have our LIA, our Leader in Action Award. This is aimed for cadets. So this is a award they can earn where they work with a brownie troupe to complete any of the brownie journeys. So it typically ends up being like, I think like a 6-week partnership. So they work a lot with the troop leader or maybe a volunteer from a brownie troop to maybe they participate in their troop meetings, or they somehow are working together with a brownie troop at whatever location and time is convenient. And they take them through an entire journey. So it takes a a lot of planning where they're starting to understand what it takes to like look at the badge curriculum and then create an event from that, which is something our volunteers are very familiar with, but maybe a cadet is still learning what that piece looks like. So, which is another great skill they can take back to their own troop, because typically our cadet senior ambassador levels is where they start to do some more of that in their troop meetings, like really taking on some of the badge earning for themselves. I think I forgot to add in a slide here for two other kind of similar awards. So one of them is Program Aid. So this one is available in a lot of different capacities, and some people have kind of like nicknames for it at different regions and camps. But Program Aid is essentially like you're learning how to run programs. So very similar to this one where they're developing a program specific to a Brownie journey. Program Aid could be specific to anything. So perhaps your service unit has World Thinking Day and you want some youth leadership in that space. So you're gonna recruit some older Girl Scouts who want to come and join your Program Aid training. We have a base curriculum for that on the website, but there is a note at the beginning for me that says like, please adapt this curriculum to fit your program's needs. So if you're doing something specific to World Thinking Day, maybe you're gonna pull in some elements where your older Girl Scouts are learning about different cultures around the world. Or if you're having your program aides lead a camporee for your service unit, maybe they're going to learn some elements of like outdoor cooking, fire safety, different like maybe like woodworking skills, and you can pull that into your program aid training according to how those program aides are going to be working alongside you during the actual event. Yeah, and I also offer program aid facilitator trainings periodically throughout the year. These are usually going to be like something virtual or maybe in person at like an adult learning event. If we have an in-person like fall festival or discovery type events in the future, you might see something like that in that space. But basically it'll just be me like running through the curriculum and giving you like lots of fun tips how to keep them engaged, because that content is pretty heavy, I'll be honest. It's like a lot of safety information and like learning about girl development. So we try to break it up with like lots of games and fun activities so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. So if you see that information on the website and you want some fun tips, please feel free to reach out to me. And I'll add all this info in the follow-up email as well. Okay, and over to Olivia.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this program. So the Learning Club, this is our past year running the Learning Club for grades 9 through 12. It also is taking a program break and will return in the fall. This program is dedicated for our older Girl Scouts of color. We've talked about social justice. We've talked about queerness. This is a place where we processed our own like experiences with family and friends and in school. We do a lot of self-care type of activities like mood boarding, creating vision boards, collaborative playlists. It's just a very sweet space to have older Girl Scouts start talking about things that they're really, really interested in, and then just be surrounded by a very supportive group of folks. Especially during this past year, we did it virtual. And so even though we met at a cadence of like one time per month, I know this was a space where we could all come together and just have really sweet conversations. This is a free program. And just to give you a gist of what we would have talked about, I think we would have met like this week. Yesterday, if we were to meet in the summer, we probably would have talked about Pride, we would have talked about Stonewall, we would have talked about Juneteenth, we probably would have talked about the different things that are happening as the pandemic is ending and how that feels. That's kind of what would have gone on in the Learning Club. We also meet for about an hour and a half every month. It's pretty relaxed. I always invite folks to bring a snack, get comfortable, and yeah, just show up however they can.
Beautiful. Is Hannah on the call? I don't see yet. Okay, I think I'm gonna take this one. So I don't know a ton about our robotics teams, But we have a few different partnerships with Google where Girl Scouts can join in, and they create, they first are like learning all about different, like how to create robotics. They're doing coding, and then they create robots that like perform different skills, and they then bring these to different like competitions all around the Bay Area. And it's really exciting. I know a lot of Girl Scouts who participate and just absolutely love this program. I wish I knew more details, but I know the registration for this will be on the event website. And if you have any other questions about it, go ahead and shoot those our way, and we'll get you to the right staff member who can help with that one.
Yeah, and Olivia dropped a helpful link in the chat. And yeah, I know, I think during shutdown, things have been a little different, but in Google Vex / Vex Robotics, Girl Scouts often get the opportunity to go to labs and spend time in those awesome physical spaces with all these tools, and you know, have some insight into how people in places like Google are doing this type of work, and it's really awesome. So definitely check that link out.
Wonderful. Okay, and I think that brings us to our next phase, which is going to be our breakout room. So I know we didn't talk about it in the main room, but the first room is going to be all about travel. We have a lot of different possibilities for travel for older Girl Scouts. So that's going to be in one breakout room with myself. And we have a young volunteer, Julie, who's going to talk a little bit more about the youth experience of travel. Then in our second breakout room, we have Avon and Winnie, our staff who work a lot with our Gold Award Girl Scouts, and I guess all of our award Girl Scouts, to talk about that piece. And then they can also share about some of those other older Girl Scout leadership opportunities. So like Lead the Way, TTO, all that fun stuff. If you have any questions about like older Girl Scout leadership experience, that's a great breakout room. And then our last breakout room is going to be with Olivia and possibly Hannah. Olivia is going to share about the Learning Club, some of our Girl Scout initiatives to work on DEIB work. We are in the works of potentially creating like a girl advisory board. So where we've heard from a lot of our older Girl Scouts about things that are important to them. So like social justice, climate action. Yeah, if you have questions about some of like our older Girl Scout involvement in that space, that's a great breakout room for you. So let's get these started.
Thanks, Erica. So I'm opening the breakout rooms. If you don't see the option to join, then let me know and I can put you in the breakout room that you would like to go to. So just click on your breakout room button at the bottom of your screen and you should be able to see the options to go in.